Election in Nigeria has become a stable exercise of every 4 years since 1999, and since 2015 the Independent National Electoral Commission has been looking out for ways to make voters registration easier, more accessible and user-friendly. And the topic before us today is update on permanent voters card registration. With this, I welcome you to your favorite breakfast show, Morning Safari. And my name is Samson Owojaye. And as usual, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my beautiful anchor.
All right, I welcome you to Morning Safari on this beautiful Saturday morning. I have my PVC. I hope you equally have yours. In case you do not have, are you aware that INEC has given a deadline of July 31, which is tomorrow, for the completion of the registration of voters? So you have today and of course tomorrow to do so in case you have not done that. Let me quickly run through our lineup on the program today. We'll be having the newspaper segment. We'll be bringing you issues that make headlines on our dailies. We have the fitness segment, bodybuilding exercise. We all need that. And then the health segment, the children's segment, background reports on updates on PVC registration and collection. Our discussion segment, entertainment segment with your girl Amarachi Onyeso, and of course sports. At this time we take a short break, and when we return, Morning Safari continues.
Morning Safari, your breakfast Saturday morning magazine show, is available for your patronage. From all shades of opinion to exciting and exclusive interview of personalities, corporate bodies and organizations, for your business and social engagement, event coverage, product launch and rebranding, annual general meetings, we are at your beck and call. You can as well advertise and promote your business, commercial activities, hotel and tourism, entrepreneurship development, and many more are all at our services. Contact us today. The numbers to call are Bola 080-565-30106, Tony 080-349-71969, or visit us at our office, NTA Ilorin, along Fatih Road, Ilorin. You can log on to our social streaming platform live on www.facebook.com/NTA Ilorin. Morning Safari, we serve you better.
Welcome back from that short time out, and I welcome you to our newspaper segments. And I have here with me Saturday Tribune and Saturday Vanguard.
With me are The Nation and This Day.
Alright, on Saturday Tribune, above the nameplates, Lawal, Dogara, Dalong, others ask Christians to reject Muslim tickets. Details of that could be found on page 4. Buhari has succeeded in taking our economy from top to bottom, says Dino Melaye. That could be found in page 3. And on terror attacks in Abuja, there is fear, confusion. This is a failed government, PDP cries out. Service chiefs working hard to stop insecurity, says APC. Dismisses PDP senators' move to sack Buhari. 2 veteran Nollywood actors kidnapped in Enugu. Details of that also could be found on page 4. Police launch manhunt for kidnappers of hotelier in Ogbomosho. Details of that could be found on page 5. Bandits kill 20 in Sokoto. And details of that also could be found in page 29. Attack on media. Gumi lashes out at federal government. That could be found on page 4. And behind Saturday Tribune, notes from Atlanta with Farouk Perogi. These last months of Buhari are like a badly written horror movie. And on sports, Baka Boss wants Messi return. For any interest in this, ensure to grab your copy.
Okay, from The Nation, above the nameplate, we have insecurity. Army redeploys 4 GOCs, brigade commanders, orders. Riders, gunmen attack military checkpoint in Niger. Gumi kicks over government's planned sanction against BBC Trust TV. Details of that story is on page 5. 109 billion naira fraud. How suspended Attorney General of the Federation diverted TSA IPPIS funds by witness. Wike to Atiku, your interview full of lies. Riders says ex-VP sent Lamido Aliyu others to attack him. PDP stakeholders mount pressure on Rivers governor for reconciliation. Details of that story is on page 4. Lagos tops list as monkeypox spreads to 26 states. Details of that is on page 7. NDDC forensic audit probe of persons found culpable has begun. Minister. Rider says ministry doesn't have funds to offset debts to contractors. Details of that story is on page 7. My 25-month ordeal in Saudi slave camp. Details of that story is on page 7, and that is coming from a slave victim. Behind the nation, we have Segun Ayobolu illuminations. Above all, democracy. By Ade Ojekere, we have appointees can't be club owners. For interest in any of those stories, pick a copy of the Nation. Something?
All right. And on Saturday, Vanguard, above the nameplate, you lied against me, Wike tells Atiku. Details of that could be found on page 9. Toby Amusan, before a story changed in 2015, that could be found on page 14. That El-Rufai message to President Buhari, that could be found on page 11. And below the nameplate, pandemonium as terrorists close in on Abuja. Why attacks have accelerated, says military source. One soldier killed as military repels Zuma rock attack, kills attackers. No time for blame game, says Sultan of Sokoto. And Delta, court upholds Obevori as PDP governor candidates. That's on page 8. I was naked when 20 gunmen invaded our area, 12 of them bulldozing into my house, Abuja woman says. That could be found on page 26. 2 Nollywood actors abducted while filming in Enugu. That's on page 10. Lagos Hospital performs successful open heart surgery on 13-day-old baby. Wonderful. That could be found on page 29. And on insecurity, impeaching Buhari long overdue, says Rep. Bade. That's on page 16. APC chiefs disagree, recall Obasanjo's escape. Details of that could be found on page 17. And behind Saturday Vanguard, sports. Hamusan Brumi make Tobiri weep. Toby Amusan, before a story changed in 2015, coach tells a captivating story as local athlete he begged to be included in teams and the irony of Oregon. 2023 AFCON qualifiers. CAF postpones Super Eagles versus Guinea-Bissau double header. For any interest in these stories, ensure to grab your copy of Saturday Vanguard.
From this day, we have Yakubu. 2023 elections will be fair, credible, and acceptable, says INEC has no candidates in next year's polls. Hints Commission working with agencies on security. Details of that story is on page 5. NSA, military developing new strategies to curtail terrorism, says there will be renewed momentum against insecurity. Admits Nigerians are tired, gravitating towards self-help. Promises those found wanting in Kuje jailbreak won't go unpunished. Guards Brigade orders kill 30 terrorists in Buari. Atiku vows to rescue Zamfara from insurgency. Stop the killings, kidnapping, New CAN President urges Buhari. PDP National Assembly caucus collecting signatures to impeach President. FCTA resuscitates G7 security operations, vows to take out bandits, terrorists. That story is on page 12. Behind this day we have guest columnist Babatunde Fashola. This is part of the change we promise. For interest in any of those stories, feel free to pick a copy of this day newspaper. And at this time, I want to say many thanks to Olóhùn, your newspaper stand, for always making the papers available. At this time is now our fitness segment. Don't go away.
Mostly men, they build their body in order for them to look more sexy, turn up their muscles, and as well to look more appealing and attractive. Food intakes really contributes to bodybuilding in order for us to get more result as well. As a bodybuilder, there are some certain nutrition you should take into your body, like more of protein and low of carbohydrates intakes in your body. A bodybuilder tends to build his body in such a way that converts more of the fat to muscles. So, and it requires many devotions, focus, and as well motivations. That's how we can help it. Because this body, the way God has been structured it can be the muscles can be controlled, channeled in such a way that it comes out through what vigorous programs we do, like the programs like building of the triceps, the bicep rather, building of the triceps, and also the upper body.
You're welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the program is Morning Safari, and the last segment you watched was our fitness segment, bodybuilding exercise, for you to have the six packs. Some can even go as far as having you saw all of that, but me, I already have 4 packs, and I'm doing everything I can to add more packs.
Wonderful.
What have you been doing? You can do press up, all other things, routines.
Are you sure I don't have 6 packs? I got some 6 packs inside of me.
Not visible
okay.
yet.
All right. Next on our lineup, of course, is Health, where we give you a feature on sickle cell. Don't go away.
We'll be right back.
Sickle cell disease is a complicated and life-threatening disease, mostly inherited from parent to offspring. More so, it is a genetic condition that is present at birth. Dr. Ibrahim Gambari will tell us more about sickle cell disease in symptoms and management.
It's a genetic disease in which there's an abnormality in the hemoglobin, leading to sickling of hemoglobin when passing through the capillaries. Sickle cell disease comes with a lot of problems, complications, diseases, the different type of crisis. It manifests in childhood with what we call dactylitis, polydactylitis, and it occurs between the ages of 0 to 5 months of age.
He talks further about the symptoms of sickle cell disease to include infections, pain, shortness of breath, yellow eyes, and skin.
What are the symptoms of sickle cell disease? It's like every other disease. Sickle cell disease doesn't actually have any symptoms except symptoms of the complications. Management of sickle cell, that is, like I told you, depends on the type of crisis, because we have the splenic crisis, vaso-occlusive crisis, hemolytic crisis, aplastic anemic crisis. So with all these, one will now have to treat symptomatically, like maybe in most cases malaria, high temperature used to trigger this. The patient must have to be treated for malaria, especially in this endemic environment.
Medical experts are of the opinion that sickle cell disease can be prevented if intending couples know their genotype before marriage.
Sickle cell disease is a genetic disease that can be prevented, and the way of preventing it to ensure that somebody with hemoglobin HS is not marry another person with hemoglobin HS, so that they are not going to produce SS. You understand? But because the AS, the one AS, the other AS, if they marry themselves, you are going to produce sickle cell. So AS can marry AA, so that at the end of the day, what they are going to produce is AS. So we should carry out a global campaign in which we are aware of the danger of this form of marriage, so that we can prevent development of sickle cell, because bringing a sickler to the world is very painful.
Welcome back to that enlightening feature, and ensure that before you say yes to somebody you love, before the hanky-panky games begin, ensure to confirm and be fully aware of their genotype so you won't produce offsprings with sickle cell. Alright, BC, what's next on our lineup?
The next on our lineup is the children segment, the cartoon segment, and I'm sure the children are already looking forward to this segment, so enjoy it.
Invited to a party. Just head to the Milky Way. Turn right at the Big Dipper. Third planet from the sun. Look for my balloon. Come party.
What was in that thing?
Gorg family. It is entire next generation.
All of them?
All of them.
They've been chasing you.
Oh, not they. He. Apparently that Gorg is last Gorg. That is why Rock was so important. Without it, he was a lonely, and would someday be extinctly, which made Gorg cranky and irrational and physically violent. He was just like humans, girl. He was sad mad. Thanking you touching. Yeah, good here. High hand touching. You are too slow. High hand touching. Yeah, the one on that hurts. Pig cat.
Hey, yo!
Oh, hello, friend Kyle.
You know, I have that same color.
Hi, my mom.
Hi, oh. Awesome party, oh!
Parties are so much more fun when other people show up. Is it time to pick it up a level?
Yes! This is gonna be sweet.
Drop it like it has a high temperature.
Come on, I wanna dance in the dark.
What?
Come on, we gonna light up the night. Come on, I wanna dance in the dark. Come on, we gonna light up the night.
Oh no! Uh-oh! What is happening to my body?
We gonna light up the night like shooting stars.
Shake your boo thing. My hands are in the air like I just do not care. I has a new start in a new home with new friends. And now, every day is best day ever. All of them.
No wonder they've been chasing you.
Oh, not they. He. Apparently that Gorg is last Gorg. That is why Rock was so important. Without it, he was a lonely, and would someday be extinctly, which made Gorg cranky and irrational and physically violent. He was just like humans, girl. He was sad mad. Thanking you. High hand touching. Yeah, good here. High hand touching. You are too slow. High hand touching. Yeah, the one on that hurts. Pig cat.
Hey, yo!
Oh, hello, friend Kyle.
You know, I have that same color.
Hi, my mom.
Hi, oh. Awesome party, oh!
Parties are so much more fun when other people show up. Is it time to pick it up a level?
Yes! This is gonna be sweet.
Drop it like it has a high temperature.
Come on, I wanna dance in the dark.
What?
Come on, we gonna dance in the dark. We gonna light up the night.
Alright, you're welcome back. The cartoon series continues another time. It's always an interesting moment for the children, I'm very sure. It's now time for our background report, updates on PVC collection and registration. Don't go away. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, was established by the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to, among other things, organize elections into various political offices in the country. The functions of INEC, as contained in Section 15, Part 1 of the Third Schedule of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and Section 2 of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. In order to organize free and fair elections with a low record of election fraud and manipulation, the Permanent Voters Card (PVC) was introduced by INEC in the 2015 general elections to replace the laminated paper temporary voters card (TVC), which has many shortcomings for conducting a standard, zero malpractice and generally acceptable elections. INEC produced PVCs for the 68,833,476 persons in the biometric register of voters ahead of the 2015 general elections, and since then, eligible voters have continued to register for the permanent voters card.
The turnout has been very impressive. My target is to have at least 2 million voters registered in Kwara. From what I've seen, from the figures I've seen, we are getting to 1.8. So what I'll do is that at the end of the registration on the 31st, which is Sunday, you give us 4 days, and then we'll be able to tell you the number of registered voters in Kwara from local government by local government. We'll give you detail, and then of course after that we'll go into collection of PVC, and the collection of PVC will go up till October 2022. So those that are registering now, they'll get their PVC about October 2022, so that nobody is differentiated. Everybody will get their PVC.
In build-up to the 2023 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had earlier given a deadline of June 30, 2022 for the ongoing continuous voter registration and was extended to July 31, 2022 in order to enable more Nigerians register. Ahead of the July 31 deadline, Nigerians continue to sort registration centers across the country. A visit by the morning safari crew to one of the centers in Kwara State gives us an insight of the experiences of Nigerians at the centers.
Everybody leave what he's doing, just come here, but they cannot be able to access the inside. So how can we do that? They tell us to come and collect our PVC that is ending on 31st of this month. See everywhere. So how can we now do that? People should tell them, let them make it to be accessed. Let them put it in so many polling units so people can be accessed to collect their PVC.
For registration. So this is my first time being here. So the frustration is too much. It's not easy. Even said someone said they even saw someone phone here. The way that will push us later, they not say that the nursing mother should stay at the queue before they allow we nursing mother to get inside, to enter. So why they rest, they send them out that to stay outside the gates. They are the ones that still stand there before they let us they should come and stay here. It's not easy.
I've been coming here since 3 weeks ago. They don't even attend to me. All what they're just doing, they are just helping each other. So even though the policeman just came, they just been standing there, they send us away. They will just go outside, we fill the form, they don't even call us. They just attend to each other. Since 3 weeks I've been here to just PVC. They don't attend to us. So what they are just doing inside, I don't even see what they are doing inside though. I don't even understand. They just say we should wait. Then oh yeah, wait. They just call them the people that they know. They are just calling them inside. So maybe you should just try to find something about this PVC, because PVC, and it is very, very important. We must have PVC.
INEC is, however, assuring Nigerians that votes would count and urge those who are yet to register to do so in good time. Alright, it's nice to know you're still there. The program is still Morning Safari. It's now time for our discussion segment, and I have my guest in the studio in person of Abdul Qadri Bolaji Ibrahim. He is the head of Unit Public Affairs and Protocol, INEC Kwara State. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. So let's start with this. What are the information contained on the PVC, the Permanent Voters Card?
Thank you very much. The information contained on the PVC Permanent Voters Card had the biodata of the registrant. We have the name, the date of birth, the address, and others. Then in doing the registration voters card, which is the PVC, when we try to register for PVC, we capture your fingerprint. Okay. The 5 fingers, like for instance, we can bear the same name. we can come from the same address, and likewise we can be identical twins. Identical twins. Then what differentiates individual is the fingerprint. So when you capture the fingerprint of a registrar, even if you are coming out to use another person's PVC, the fingerprint will differentiate you. Those are the information contained on the PVC. And the PVC is not a PVC that have a chip, but our own permanent voters card has an internal antenna.
Okay.
It's an internal antenna that makes provision for our machines to read it.
Okay. Easily. What's the importance of having the essence of having the PVC, aside from being able to vote with it? What else can it be used for?
On the INEC part, we make provision for PVC for voters, so that they can allow them to vote. But the bank may use of PVC, whereby if you visit a bank, then you want to open an account, they request for PVC. And you know, in Nigeria nowadays, a lot of means of identification are available where bank is accepted, like the international passport, the driver license. But before you can acquire this, you need to pay money. But in the part of INEC, we do PVC free of charge. So we have people coming for PVC, not even to vote, but for bank transaction and other stuff as a means of identification. Okay.
So how easily accessible is the PVC registration centers?
Very accessible. In the whole of Kwara State, we have 17 registration centers. The 16 local government office, INEC offices, we have each registration center at the local government offices. Then we have the 17th one at the head office here in Ilorin, making it 17 in total. Then when we started this registration, initially we are doing the registration at our offices, but later on, about 6 months ago, we decentralized it, where we move our machine, the IVED machine, to the registration area for easier capture of the Nigerians. So we base it on rotational basis. So we move to each ward across the local government. There is no local government in Kwara State that have less than 3 machines. So one will be permanent in the local government office, while 2 rotate across the local government each.
From findings, we got to know that INEC has an online registration portal. How reliable and accessible is this?
When we started the CVR in June 2021, we make available the online registration, where you can get capture, register online, you input all your data, you take your picture. The only thing left for you is just to come to the registration area just for biometric, your fingerprint.
Okay.
You understand? That's the only thing that you come to do. And the online portal has been available not until May 2022, where we close it down.
Okay, why?
We close down the portal because so that you can have ample time to harmonize those who have registered, because it's pre-online registration.
Okay.
So you book appointment after you have input your data. So you now come forward, we'll give you date for you to come forward for biometric capturing. So we now left open the offline registration, where you can access through the INEC portal. That's another portal. Okay. On this, it can allow you again to make registration, update and other. Then you come forward for the capturing also. So we make that one available. That one, what you need to do is, if it is update you need, you can update easily. You don't need to come to INEC for any capturing. But if it is transfer, fresh registration, you have to come to INEC. So you can update or check the availability of your PVC in that particular portal, which is www.cvrnecnigeria.org.
Okay, please take it again.
www.cvr.inecnigeria.org.
Okay, I hope our viewers got that. In build up to the 2023 general elections, continuous voters registration has been ongoing. What has been the turnout so far?
When we started the CVR in June 2021, like I rightly said, the turnout was very low. Okay. Though Kwara is among the leading states, I think we were 7 in the whole of Nigeria when we started. But still, the registration was so low. I think that is what is applicable to all over Nigeria.
Okay.
So registration was so low that in a day, some place we did 3 register in a day, some local government 2. Even in Edo is here where we have in Ilorin here where we have larger distance, we do 50, 60, 40 in a day. But now that the registration is closing, we do register close to 600, 700 in a day.
Okay. The INEC has also given a deadline of July 31 for the registration of voters. Why can't the registration continue until a later date?
You know, in INEC, we don't just come out and start doing things. We plan.
Okay.
And we have timetable and schedule of activities in order for us to plan for the 2015 election. 2023 election. Why we do this is so that it can allow for us to harmonize our register. We have to publish the available register before the election. That is according to Electoral Act. Okay. We have to make publication of all the register. So by so doing, we have to put a stop to it. So if we continue that people continue to register, we have a date that we have to publish this register. So for us in order to allow us to publish that register, we have to suspend. Not that we stop the CVR. We will suspend it so that we can output that to harmonize all the data gathered, then make provision for the permanent voters card, then distribution. So we have activities like that. So we have to take it one after the other. That's the reason why we have to suspend it for now, by 30th of July.
Okay, viewers at home, if you're just joining us, the program is Morning Safari and we're discussing updates on collection and registration for permanent voters card. At this time, we'll take a short break and the discussion continues with our guests when we return. Don't go away.
Morning Safari, your breakfast Saturday morning magazine show, is available for your patronage. From all shades of opinion to exciting and exclusive interview of personalities, corporate bodies and organizations, for your business and social engagement, event coverage, product launch and rebranding, annual general meetings, we are at your beck and call. You can as well advertise and promote your business, commercial activities, hotel and tourism, entrepreneurship development, and many more are all at our services. Contact us today. The numbers to call are Bola 080-565-30106, Tony 080-349-71969, or visit us at our office NTA Ilorin along Fatih Road, Ilorin. You can log on to our social streaming platform live on www.facebook.com/NTA Ilorin. Morning Safari, we serve you better.
Alright, you're welcome back. Our guest is still with us in the studio. Is there a possibility for further extension? Because as it is, INEC may not be able to accommodate eligible voters, all eligible voters.
Thank you for this question. The question is there a possibility for extension?
Further extension, because it's been extended.
Like I tell you, continuous vote, CVR, it's a continuous voters registration. It's a continuous process.
Okay.
And what we are doing, we are not putting a permanent stop to it.
Okay.
We will suspend.
Okay.
Now, you now said, is there a possibility for further extension? If you look at our schedule of activities and the timetable, we have it that the CVR is going to be suspended June 30th.
Yes, initially.
2022, initially, fine. But some group of people took INEC to court.
Okay.
So when they took us to court, the court is for hearing maybe Thursday, mid-July. So because INEC is law-abiding commission, we have to continue because the courts have to hear the case. So we continue the continuous voter registration. We did not stop 30th of June. So we continue, but later court give ruling that we have a power to suspend CVR.
Okay.
So the commission now decided to extend it with 2 weeks because we are already on it in July. So we have to make it end July 31st. That is the reason why the commission extended to July 31st. So there is no possibility for extension.
Okay. The PVC we learned is transferable. What are the requirements to move your PVC from one polling unit to another or from one state to another?
If I will need to answer this question, I think the Kwara needs to listen very carefully.
Okay.
We created we've created additional 1,015 polling units, 1,015 polling units to the existing 1,872 polling units we have in Kwara State. Okay. Out of these 1,015 polling we created, 387 polling units. We have less registered there, less than 50 registered. So on the day of election, you won't expect INEC to make provision for a single ballot paper in a polling unit, whereby we now deploy personnel to that polling unit to conduct election for one person. So what we are going to do, what I will advise the viewer is for them to make transfer of their polling PVC to the newly created polling unit. How do you do that? You get your PVC, check the information there, then approach any of our registration officer at the registration center, seek for transfer of your voters card to the nearest or newly created polling unit. It's very easy and simple. So just approach the registration center and seek for transfer of your PVC to the newly created polling unit. Or maybe you live in another state before, you now want to come to Kwara to vote. You can transfer from other states to Kwara. Likewise, from one local government to the other local government. So you can do that. And it's irrespective of anywhere you are in Nigeria. Even if you are in Borno, you want to come and vote in Nigeria, in Kwara, you can do transfer to Kwara right there in Borno. And you can do it here in Kwara. No anywhere you can do it in Nigeria.
Is it going to be an online thing, or the person needs to be in your office?
I told you earlier that the online portal have been closed. So okay. You have to come to the office. Any of the 17 registration area center in Kwara State to do the transfer.
Even after the deadline, even after
now. No, you can't do that after the deadline. So everything closed. Everything suspended.
Now and tomorrow.
Yes, it has to be between now and tomorrow. Okay. So after tomorrow, everything suspended. Okay. Transfer, update, and whatsoever. You can only check the availability of your PVC on that website I gave earlier.
Okay. So if one's PVC is lost or damaged, what should be done?
The same process.
Come to your office?
You come to our office for replacement.
All right.
For replacement. The need why you don't need to come to the office only for updates.
Okay.
If you want to update your PVC, you can do that. Then you wait for approval, and definitely INEC will approve it.
Okay. It's been nice speaking with you on the program today. One more question for those registering now: when and where will the collections of the permanent voters card be?
Yes, for those who have, like I said earlier, we started June 2021. For those who did fresh registration between June 2021 to the December 31st, 2021, their PVC is ready. They can go to their respective local government and pick up their PVC. For those who did transfer, update, replacement between June 2021 to April 2022, theirs also are ready. They can approach any of our local government offices and pick up their PVC. But for those who are doing anything between April till now, their PVC is going to be made available by October 2022.
All right, viewers at home, I hope you got all of that information on how to register in case you have not registered for your permanent voters card, and for collection in case you have registered before now. It's been nice having you on the program. Hope to see you another time.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, it's now time for entertainment with your girl Amarachi Onyeso. Enjoy.
Akube Balenciaga gang. I want
of Lagos. You know me, who gang? You're chilling with the monster gang. You're chilling with the monster gang. Right now you are chilling with the monster gang. You know me, gang gang. You're chilling with the monster gang. You're chilling with the monster gang. Right now you are chilling with the monster gang. So mommy, gang. Don't chill with the monster gang. Chill with the monster gang. Don't chill with the monster gang. So mommy, gang gang. You the chill with the monster gang. Don't chill with the monster gang. You are going to chill with the monster gang.
My
Mic check, 1, 2, L, no kung fu. Ball hard every day with no fumble. Shit, not many small boys want to talk to. Can't relate, I know be a myth, I be uncle. Okay, smoking every kush, I'm the most high. Skinny. Right now, I'm chilling with the most high. Every show we do, I believe in the promoter. Okay, you know me. Gang, gang. Chunk up the hood when I gang bang. 3 to 5 hoes in a hotel. If it go well, nigga, that's a gang bang. That's all gang, 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 gang. Pepper them, gang, gang. Happy gang, gang, gang. Just best friends. This gang is the most high. They know they see where they don't hide. Sick of the NS, no eyes. You know me, but we're not guys. In fact, you are not gang. Gang don't they wear fake Rolex. Gang don't they ooh, gang don't they talk too much. Gang don't get patience. Set I want gang, 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 gang. Pepper them, gang, gang. Happy gang, gang, gang. Just best friends. Set I want anywhere, gang, gang. Bad mouth gang. Akube Balenciaga gang. 120 men gang. This gang is the most high. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Lagos. Right now, I'm chilling with the most high. Every show we do, I believe in the promoter. Okay, you know me. Gang, gang. Chunk up the hood when I gang bang. 3 to 5 hoes in a hotel. If it go well, nigga, that's a gang bang. Gang, 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 gang. Pepper them, gang, gang. Happy gang, gang, gang. Just best friends. This gang is the most high. They know they see where they don't hide. Sick of the NS, no eyes. You know me.
Hello and welcome to entertainment segment on Morning Safari, your breakfast show. In this segment, I've got trending, interesting stories to light up your weekend. I am Amarachi Onyeso, and I know that you can't wait to hear my stories. So stick around till we come back from this short break. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is entertainment segment on Morning Safari. Now to the stories. Why I left stardom to do menial jobs, actress Shola Sobowale recounted. Opening up in an interview, Shola recounted how she had to leave the country and her career to take care of her children who were schooling in the United Kingdom. The King of Boys main cast stated that she chose her kids over fame and money. She said, I went back to England and noticed the kids lacked modeling touch. Then I moved to England and forgot stardom. Now, all of them are working, and now they appreciate me for my sacrifices and ask me to go back to what I know how to do best. So that's why I'm back in Nigeria. Indeed, family, they say, is over everything. Be it fame, be it money, be it career, especially when the kids are involved. So shout out to all our mothers, parents, for their undying love and sacrifices to make sure that the family is running in good hands. We appreciate you. Moving on to the next story. I adjust my sail during the storm. Funke Akindele. The actress, who is in the midst of what could be a divorce from her husband, JJ Skills, took to her Instagram page. Sharing a quote from Elizabeth Edwards, Funke reviewed how she handles tough situations. In what seemed like a hit at her marital crisis, Funke stated that she stood in the storm, and when it couldn't blow her away, she adjusted her sail. I don't know if it's just me, but I seriously want these two back together in our screen. I just want them to come back together, maybe for their children, or maybe for whatever reason that they fell in love in the first place. I don't really like the way the divorce is going on, especially in the entertainment industry. But then, that's my own opinion, whatever floats their boat. Moving on to the last but not the least story we have. All I can say is I am choosing Tonto DK consoles herself as she woke wakes up to an unfortunate incident. Giving herself hope, Tonto affirmed that she is choosing and that such a flood can't bring her down. Woke up to the sad reality of the raining season. Lost over 800 of my poetry babies to flood. All I can say is, I am choosing. Flood, who are you? This is sad. This is so sad. In this present economy, losing one chick is a big deal. And now we are talking about over 800 chicks. That's a massive loss on Tonto's side. And I pray that she recovers from this loss very soon. And to everyone that have lost one or two things to flood, I pray that you recover what you've lost very soon. Indeed, you are a choosing. Flood, who are you? And that brings us to the end of this segment. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. For us sport lovers, do stick around. Morning Safari is still on. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to the sports segment on Morning Safari. I am Ejiro Favor on our lineup of stories for today. Barcelona have agreed to sign France centre-back Jules Koundé from Sevilla. Koundé has won 11 France caps since his debut in 2021. The defender has made 133 appearances for Sevilla and won the Europa League in his first season, thereafter joining from Bordeaux in 2019. Former Liverpool and Barcelona striker Luis Suarez has rejoined his first club, Nacional. Nacional, who finished runners-up in the Primera Division last season, have not disclosed the length of the deal. The 35-year-old was a free agent after leaving Atletico Madrid when his contract expired this summer. Everton signed Burnley winger McNeil on a 5-year deal. McNeil, who started his career at Manchester United before joining the Burnley Academy, is looking forward to working for Everton manager Frank Lampard. McNeil agreed a 5-year contract with Everton as he made a quick return to the Premier League following Burnley's relegation last season. Ramsey terminates Juventus contract. Wales midfielder Aaron Ramsey has left Juventus a year before the end of his deal. Last season, he spent 5 months on loan at Rangers before helping his country to qualify for this year's World Cup with a playoff win over Ukraine. Aaron Ramsey's contract with Juventus has been mutually terminated. And that will be all on sports for today. I am Ejiro Favor.
Alright, you're welcome back. For me, I'll say it's been a pleasant time on the program today, and I hope you can say that as well.
Of course.
Yeah, you do not have any reason not to get your PVC. Be patriotic. I have mine. See you another time on Morning Safari. Samson?
And my name again is Samson Owojaye. Also from my side, ensure to get your PVC and let your vote count coming election. Stay blessed and stay upright. Goodbye.